Nora Springs, Iowa, a small little town in the uppermost corner of Floyd County. It's a pleasant place to live, but like all towns, it has its secrets. Travel down the back roads, and you will find it. Hidden out there, forgotten is this railroad bridge. Some say that it is haunted by the ghost of a man who hanged himself there. Others say it is haunted by the ghost of a man who hung himself there. The proper grammar usage is a matter of some debate, but they all agree it's haunted. So the legend of the Nora Springs Railroad Bridge and why it's haunted is an interesting one. It started in 1857. Nora Springs at the time was named Woodstock. And one of the town founders, Edison Gaylord, tried to convince a friend of his, Edward P. Greeley of Woodbridge, which is now called Nashua, to come to the town and help invest in it. Build some stores, a mill, church, school. Woodbridge was pretty rich, so this wouldn't have been a problem for him. And Woodbridge agreed to this, saying under one condition, that they rename the town Nora after this woman he was fancy for. He wanted to impress her. He says, "Hey, check this out. I got a whole town named after you." And Gaylord said, "Yeah, we'll do that. Could we also put springs on it? Make it sound fancy." And the two men agreed to this. So Woodbridge invested in the town, and he built the schools and the church and the mill and a brothel. And a year later, he goes back to Woodbridge to propose to Nora, the woman who had fallen in love with and who he had gotten Nora Springs named after. But Nora had left. Nora had sprung. The circus had come into town, and she had fallen in love with either a trapeze artist or the human cannibal and taken off with that guy. So this just crushed Woodbridge. And one night he went out to the railroad bridge, roped a noose around his neck and took his life. And to this day, the bridge is supposedly haunted by Woodbridge. At night, if you park under it, you hear rattling, you hear the swing of the rope, and him yelling, "Nora, Nora, Nora." Alright, up here we've got some writing on the wall. It might be hard to transcribe. I believe it's either Sumerian or Babylon. And it says, "Beware all ye who enter here, for this be a tunnel to the afterlife," or netherworld. Also, bad boys. When I visited the Nora Springs Railroad Bridge, I considered it to be a very peaceful moment. You could hear the birds chirping, and a nice breeze going through. But as I got closer, it felt like there was something else there, and a creepiness sort of set it in. And when I looked up, I could see that there was a tree coming out of the bridge. Now this isn't, unusual. Trees sprout up wherever they sprout up. But this tree, it was sticking out horizontally. How is that even possible? Trees, they grow vertical. All right, maybe some of them are at an angle, diagonally, but that's because like a storm had knocked them over or something, and they just kept growing that way. The trees are supposed to grow vertically up, just straight up, and this one is coming out of the side. It's sideways. It's a sideways tree. That's not normal. So while I was there to determine if there were any vagabond spirits in the area, I did a medium pulver. Now, most of you would call this a seance. I was trying to communicate with any ghosts or spirits that might have been in the area. Do a reading here, see if there's any vagabond spirits out there. Is there anyone here besides me? And again, is there anyone here besides me? Most likely. It's not much of an answer, really. Do you wish to communicate with me? Okay. My sources say no. Well, that's okay. Don't want to be a burden. Now, a little later, after I had left the railroad bridge, I went into town to get me some quick bite to eat, and I stopped off at the Casey's. And I got what I thought was a pizza burger. It was labeled pizza burger. But when I bit into it, I found it wasn't a pizza burger. It didn't taste like a pizza burger. A pizza burger is, they've got the mozzarella cheese and the pizza sauce, right? But what I was tasting was this sort of like spicy chicken. I mean, I know it was chicken, and the spice was kind of this, like, I don't even know how to begin to describe it. And first thing I thought it was just a simple mistake. Someone had labeled it wrong. Well, I went into Casey's to tell them this, and I find out that they didn't make spicy chickens. So how did this spicy chicken get into the wrapping that said pizza burger?
Who cares?
Skeptics all over the place. So, was it ghost? I think it could have been. I think it could have been the ghost of the railroad bridge. Why would they prank me like this? Well, I think these ghosts are essentially also bad boys.